This morning, Kansas City police are investigating 122 homicides. 6 of them were in the past weekend alone. Federal agents with Operation Legend are investigating multiple shootings from the past few days. KCTV5 Savannah Rudisell has a rundown of the violent weekend and how local officers feel about the federal involvement.
Kansas City police say they appreciate the assist. They say that the federal government coming in brings in more resource to help them identify suspects in these kinds of cases. However, local police say that they have a pretty good idea of what happened at the shooting at the zoo yesterday. One person died in the parking lot of the zoo. They say it happened in a parked car. 3 other people were in that car at the time, and they all waited at the scene for police to get there and for them to go into questioning. Now, the weekend of violence started around 6 o'clock Saturday at 47th and Sterling. Neighbors led police to a backyard. 2 men there were shot dead. Nearly 12 hours later, police responded to a shooting call at 37th and Benton Boulevard. They found a man in his 20s dead from a gunshot wound inside a house. Now, one homicide this weekend that was not a part of a shooting happened at Ward Parkway Place and 81st. A woman in her 50s was dead in her home, and police now have a family member of hers in custody. They suspect that domestic violence was at play here. If you have any information in any of these cases that could lead to an arrest, that information could be worth up to $25,000. The number to call is 816-474-TIPS. Reporting at the Kansas City Zoo, Savannah Rudisell, KCTV5 News.
Yesterday, Kansas City Mayor Quinton Lucas was in the KCTV5 studios to speak with CBS for Face the Nation. We also spoke with him after and asked him if he thought the current federal intervention in Kansas City is helping.
I know there are many who've had questions about Operation Legend because it's supposed to help us solve some of these homicides, and to keep seeing murders in Kansas City is an area of disappointment. My view all along has been this has to be a multifaceted approach. We're looking not just at enforcement, but also prevention and intervention.
The mayor says that means community involvement.
The way we get ourselves out of this problem isn't necessarily more policing, isn't necessarily more people in jail. A big part of it's going to be how are we in those intervention points? When you have people who are in a mental health crisis, when you have people who are picking up a firearm to resolve something, we need that conflict resolution. We need alternatives for them.
He says one of those alternatives is getting people with mental health issues off the streets and into the treatment they need.